Don't get me wrong, the SEGA Genesis 3-button controller is one of the greatest video game controllers of all time. It looks good. It fits perfectly into the palms of your hands. D-pad responds well. The buttons feel amazing. This is definitely one of the greatest controllers in the world. Did I mention the color scheme looks nice? But it only has 3 buttons on it, and fighting games like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter used 6. So this controller is not going to do it for those games. So Sega made this controller. A SEGA Genesis controller with 6 buttons on it instead of 3. Not only did they change the amount of buttons, but they also changed the design. It's smaller. It doesn't fit as well into the palms of your hands, which is kind of a downside because the comfortability of the original Genesis controller is why this is one of the greatest video game controllers of all time. But don't get me wrong, this is still a really good controller. D-pad responds good. Buttons feel amazing. And now there's 3 extra buttons, which are convex. These are concave. Start button feels more or less the same. And now there's a new button, the mode button, for when you want to play a game like Ms. Pac-Man. If you want to play Ms. Pac-Man with a 6-button controller, make sure to hold this down while powering on the system. Because if you don't, Ms. Pac-Man's not going to control well, so make sure to hold the mode button when you want to play Ms. Pac-Man with this controller. Now, why am I talking about a 3-button game with a 6-button controller? I have no idea. But I don't own any fighting games in my collection, but whatever. It works good, it looks good, but it doesn't fit as good into the palms of your hands. It's still a good controller, more or less, and it will still work on the Atari 2600 or 7800, because it has the standard 9-pin plug on it. Oh, and by the way, these controllers feel more or less the same. I mean, this one feels just a tad bit cheaper, but whatever. The 3-button controller is definitely a superior controller, but this is still a really good controller nonetheless. So, yeah, thanks for watching.